today's class. Today is a yin yoga class focusing on definitely an area that a lot of us can feel some discomfort. So just focusing all on the back today. Do not already, please grab any of your props, your pillows, so that you can use for support. We're going to get right into it, and then I'm going to explain the benefits and the whole process of yin yoga if you are new to yin yoga. So we're going to begin in Sphinx pose, option to use props or not. So in yin yoga, again, we're going to be holding for time. So let me just get the timer going. All right, so coming into Sphinx pose, we're going to come onto our bellies, placing the forearms planted into the earth. On the inhale, we're going to press up as we would in an active practice. And then on the exhale, allowing yourself to settle in and sink in without actively pressing. And then we're going to begin to hold for time. So again, pressing up and then releasing on the exhale so that you're not activating muscles. We're still opening through the chest and chin is slightly tilted toward the sky or just looking forward. So settling, one more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. And gently closing the eyes, bringing the awareness within. So in yin yoga, we come to our comfortable edge in the pose. We resolve to hold still, and then we hold for time. So in a typical yoga practice, you may be holding a pose between 3 and 5 minutes. And the intention behind the holding of the pose is to release contraction of any muscles, to go beyond the muscle and focus on the connective tissues, the joints, and the fascia in the body. So we're not attempting to contract any muscles like in a yang or flow class, but instead yin invites us to sit in stillness without contraction, allowing ourselves to be supported by the props and by the earth beneath us. So going beyond the muscles, going into the deeper connective tissues, the joints, in order to activate synovial fluid. Now this fluid, as we age, starts to decrease production. And by deepening into our yin yoga practice, we activate that synovial fluid within the joints, bringing blood flow, energy, and vitality back to the joints so that we can experience increased mobility, decreased pain. Now in yin yoga, we should never experience pain. Discomfort, yes, we will be flirting with the edges of discomfort throughout our practice. But if you're ever feeling pain in any area of the body, please back out of the pose, or please use props to support you in bringing the ground higher or softening the pose. And I invite and encourage anyone practicing yin to close the eyes during the majority of the practice, for keeping the awareness within, with the exception of between transitional poses. And by doing this really challenges our focus. It challenges our mindfulness practice, keeping ourselves present on our mats, which we can do by connecting to the breath, closing the eyes, or using this time for self-reflection and growth. Staying still and staying silent can be really difficult for many of us. But in the silence is when we can hear our truth. So closing out and quieting the external noise, the external energy, and bringing our awareness, focus, and energy within, so that we can truly hear what our soul is wanting in this moment. A few more nourishing breaths here before moving into our second pose. Breathing all the way down the spine, sending the breath to the base of the tailbone. And then exhaling. From here, we're slowly going to come down onto our bellies. So bringing our arms by our sides at a 90-degree angle, bringing the left cheek to the mat. On the inhale, we're going to bend the right knee off to the side. So bending the right knee, supported by the earth in half frog pose. And pausing here. So again, we'll be holding this for time. Option to grab a pillow for your head or your neck. You can always put a pillow under the knee if needed, or just allow the earth to support you beneath you. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. And just settling into the pose. Again, inviting you to close your eyes, bringing your awareness within. So if you find that your mind is wandering, you can practice mindfulness techniques by focusing on the breath. You can just observe the breath as it naturally flows in and out through the nose. You can add a count to the breath. Let's say a count of 5, inhaling for a count of 5 and matching the exhales to a count of 5. You can also bring a color to the breath and send the color and breath all the way down the spine. And then watch the breath travel all the way back out as you release with your exhale back out into the world. So just focusing awareness on the breath or using this time for self-reflection. Asking yourself what you can let go of or release in your life that's no longer serving you. Or perhaps focusing on what you want to call in and bring more of into your life. And allowing each cycle of breath to bring you deeper into presence and deeper into peace. Two more rounds of nourishing breath here. On the next exhale, slowly releasing the right leg back, and we'll just gently switch to the other side. So we'll gently lift the head and bring the right cheek to the mat. And then from here, inhaling the left knee in. So bending the left knee and pulling the knee up toward the shoulder for half frog pose on the left side. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh, allowing the exhale to support you in surrendering into the pose. And again, closing the eyes, bringing awareness to the breath, or using this time for self-reflection and growth. Maybe sending your breath all the way down to the spine, to the lower back, as we focus our awareness on our backs through this practice today. Allowing each cycle of breath to support you in releasing and letting go of any contracted muscles. So just allowing yourself to be supported by the earth beneath you. Continuing to focus on the breath, guiding the mind back to the present moment on your mat. Maybe focusing your awareness on connecting to the healing and peaceful vibration of the earth beneath you. Allowing a warm blanket of peace to wrap over your entire body as we connect to the earth. Maybe noticing how your breath makes the sound, a similar sound to the ocean, the oceanic sound, as you inhale and exhale through the nose. Allowing that oceanic sound, again, to bring you a sense of peace. A few more rounds of nourishing breath here. Taking a deep inhale here. On the exhale, gently releasing the leg so both legs are straight, and just pausing for a moment, placing the hands under the forehead. Pausing for 2 rounds of breath here. Then on the inhale, placing the palms of the hands beneath the chest, we're going to gently press back into a brief child's pose, just as a transitional pose before heading into sleeping swan. So hip weight shifts over the hips, knees separate, forehead comes down to the mat as we reach the arms forward. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. And then gently pressing up onto all fours. We'll do 2 very slow mindful rounds of cat-cow before moving forward. On the inhale, dropping shoulders up to the ears, gently tilting chin up toward the sky. On the exhale, very gently rounding through the spine, tucking chin into the chest. Inhale, coming forward. Cow pose. On the exhale, gently rounding through the spine, cat pose. And then inhale, coming through center. From here, walking the hands slightly forward, planting them into the earth. We'll inhale, bringing the right knee forward for sleeping swan. We'll walk the back knee back, untuck the toes, and gently look over the shoulder to ensure that the foot is coming directly straight out of the ankle. We'll tent the fingers into the ground. Inhale here, balancing the weight between both sides. On the exhale, coming down into sleeping swan. If you do have a prop, I do recommend that you use it as you dive forward, allowing yourself to be supported by pillows, just bringing the earth a little bit higher to soften the pose. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose and release with a sigh. One more deep inhale through the nose. Release with a sigh. And we settle in to hold for time. For a brief moment, I'll ask that you contract all the muscles of the glutes, the muscles around the hip. Inhaling here, and then on the exhale, release the muscles, letting them go and settling in. Again, being fully supported by the earth or your props. And allow yourself to soften with each round of breath. We hold a lot of negative energy, stagnant and stale energy within our hips. So as we also release the lower back, allow yourself to energetically release anything that's not serving you through your sleeping swan and hip stretch today. So again, doing a little bit of self-reflection, asking yourself what in your life is not currently serving you. That could be unhealthy foods, unhealthy thoughts or habits, maybe old belief patterns that no longer serve you and who you are today. So allow yourself to release toxic people, again, anything no longer serving you, so that you can open up space for love and light and new energy to support you on your evolution, to support you in your growth. Sending breath all the way down to the area where you feel the stretch. Again, supporting, using your breath to support you in the release and to support you in getting on the other side of discomfort. The journey to growth, personal development, and to release can often be uncomfortable. So allowing your practice on your mat today to allow you to sit in discomfort and allowing your breath to guide you to the other side. Knowing that's what's on the other side of discomfort is growth. And what's on the other side of discomfort is you. The real you. 2 more rounds of nourishing breath here. And then we'll gently press the arms up, shifting weight back. We'll send the leg back. Shift the weight over the hips for 1 round of breath and counter stretch. Deep inhale here. Gently exhaling. And then again, shifting forward. This time we'll inhale, left leg comes forward for sleeping swan. Walking the right leg back, untucking the toes, and just gently looking over to ensure that the ankle and the foot are straight. We'll inhale here at center, balancing the weight. And then on the exhale, diving forward, opposite cheek meets the mat, coming forward into sleeping swan on the left side. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. Another deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. Before settling in, I invite you to inhale, contracting all the muscles around the hips, the glutes. Taking your deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, releasing and softening through the muscles, allowing yourself to fully surrender into the pose, being supported by your props and the earth beneath you. Continuing to send breath all the way down to the area where you feel the stretch, and allowing each cycle of breath to support you in releasing. Again, breathing to the other side of discomfort, allowing your breath to powerfully guide you through the discomfort and into your growth. Our yoga mats are a safe and sacred place that we can practice before applying things into our real life. So practicing sitting with discomfort and allowing your breath to support you and getting to the other side here on your mat in your pose, so that when we step off of our mats, we have practiced and used our breath so that we can powerfully get through uncomfortable situations and challenges that we experience off our mats in our lives. A few more rounds of nourishing breath here. On the inhale, very gently pressing ourselves up, sending leg back, shifting hips back for the counter stretch. Forehead comes down to the mat. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale to release. And gently coming up, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So very gently and mindfully shifting around, gently coming onto our backs. From here, we'll go into banana pose actually. So on the inhale, we're going to release the legs outstretched in front of us on the floor. And then we're going to inhale, arms up above, resting onto the mat and onto the floor. From here, we're going to inhale, walking our feet all the way over off our mats to the right-hand side. Taking an inhale at center. On the exhale, we're going to also walk the arms, reaching to the right-hand side, allowing them to rest onto the earth. So we're in a banana pose, making a U-shaped curve with our legs. So both hands and feet coming off to the right side of the mat. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale to release with a sigh. And just noticing the deep stretch on the left side body and through the lower back. Again, releasing any contracted muscles, allowing yourself to be supported by the earth beneath you. Again, closing the eyes, and we'll send breath all the way down through the side to the base of the spine, tips of the toes, and then sending it all the way back up into the world. So just observing and following the breath as it travels all the way through the side body and then back up again. And continuing to observe your breath or add a count, a color, or using this time and space for self-reflection and personal growth. Continuing to breathe, allowing the breath to bring you deeper into presence and peace on your mat as we hold for a few more rounds of nourishing breath. On the next inhale, gently coming through center, pausing here for a breath. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose, and then on the exhale, other side, walking feet all the way to the left-hand side off the mat. And then gently bringing the arms to the left-hand side as well, finding our U-shape, banana shape. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. Again, gently closing the eyes, allowing yourself to surrender into the pose as we hold for time. Sending your breath in through the nose, all the way down through the side body to the tips of the toes. And then exhale, sending it back out into the world, allowing each cycle of the breath to bring nourishment to your body, to your cells, to bring you deeper into a grounded and peaceful state. Continuing to bring your awareness to the breath as we experience an opening, a stretch, as well as bringing blood flow and new vital energy to the lower back and side body. A few more rounds of nourishing breath here. On the inhale, very gently coming through center. We'll inhale, bringing the knees into the chest, grabbing onto the front of the knees with the arms, and just gently rock back from side to side, massaging out the lower back, and keeping the eyes closed and awareness within. Slowly pausing at center, knees tucked into chest. We'll inhale, lifting up, grabbing around the knees for a big I love you hug. And then keeping the eyes closed, pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Spine tall, crown of the head reaching toward the sky. And we'll just take a moment with eyes closed to receive the benefits of our practice, allowing the warm blanket of peaceful and healing energy to wash over ourselves from head to toe, bringing mind, body, heart, and soul deeper into peace, into presence, and into healing. We'll take one final deep breath in through the nose and release with a sigh. Inhaling, hands to the heart, bowing chin to chest. Knowing that this peaceful and healing energy is available to you at all times. Just by closing the eyes, bringing the awareness within, bringing your focus to your breath, and aligning body, mind, and heart on your mat. Namaste. Hope you all enjoyed that beautiful practice. Yin yoga is my favorite. It is so healing. And just allow yourself a little bit of time to reconnect your energy and slowly go into the rest of your day. Or if you're going to sleep, gently find your bed and go directly into sleep, and make sure that you're nourishing yourself with a lot of water. I hope you all have such a beautiful weekend, and I will see you again soon.